there's so many eyes on him. And although there's a lot of people who wish him well and want him to be successful, there's also a lot of people praying for his downfall.
Thanks for tuning in to the No Clearance Podcast. Now subscribe, hit that like button, and enjoy the clip.
No clearance.
The tea is brewing. It's not really like a hot pot, but it is something to sip on. So Cenat, who has been really successful in his streaming platform, is kind of under some, I wouldn't say backlash, but has been notably removed from his partnership with Nike from a situation that he had happen on one of his streams. We know that Kai is very much so a kidster, likes to prank, jokes. I think his live streams bring a lot of different elements to, I feel like, journalism and things of that nature, as far as like artists promoting their music, their, projects they got coming out. So he had a live stream and he had a friend who is 16, part of a prank or a situation, walked in on the bathroom while the friend was in the bathroom. Nike didn't take a liking to this and was like, nah, we're good. We don't stand by anything that's weird. I don't think Kai meant any like weirdness or inappropriateness about it. It's super unfortunate to see this happen to Kai, but I want him to take this moment and really sit and think about what he has going on. I think that he cannot move like when he first got on, streaming. I think now there's so many eyes on him. And although there's a lot of people who wish him well and want him to be successful, there's also a lot of people praying for his downfall. And I think anybody who is successful, period. But I think for you to be a Black man that's successful, you got to be careful because they're quick to take away that Hollywood key. And unfortunately, I think that is what the situation was. But I mean, good for Nike on their end. I mean, if you have something that is like, we don't tolerate that, zero tolerance on weirdness, I think that's great. I especially feel like child pornography and pedophilia has been like, not a buzz, but like, I feel like people are more aware of it. And so they're like, nah, we're not tolerating it. Love to see it.
Have you ever watched a Kai Cenat stream, Casey or Tyler?
I have. No. I've watched several.
I've watched one or two. Two specifically. It was the Kevin Hart one and Drewski one. Those are the only ones I watched. A few minutes of it. I couldn't stand more than 30 minutes. Not to sound weird, but what was he doing? Was he just messing with the kid? Like, it wasn't like a.
I think so. I don't remember because I didn't watch.
Was it like he was just joking?
Live.
Yeah,
I think he was just joking around. And
did he know he was in the bathroom?
I don't know. I think he knew he was in the bathroom. I don't think he knew he was using it. If that makes sense, you know what I mean. But I think so. Kai's lives, I've watched him with Chris Brown, the Kevin Hart and Drewski. I've watched the one with Nicki. I think that when he has guests on, I feel like he's good.
Yeah.
Right. But it's when it's just him and his boys. I don't think we gauge or know, like, there's no format. And so I think when there's no clarity and there's no format, that leads you to, like, you know what I mean?
Just do dumb stuff.
Balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, it's cool if there's no cameras, but he literally has cameras all over the place.
Yeah, so, like when they was blowing up each other's rooms with the fireworks. That was crazy. Yeah. They just be doing crazy stuff like that.
Which is fine, because I mean, that's what got y'all here.
That's what got them the money.
I think, millions. But now it's like you got to change or pivot it. So it's, especially when you got brand deals, especially a brand like Nike, that's a very prominent, company.
I think Adidas scooped him up. I think he was just an Adidas commercial.
I've seen him I think I saw him in a State Farm commercial as well. So this is what I'm saying. He has a lot of promotional, brand deals with a lot of big companies. I just want him to take this moment and see this as like, okay, I need to pivot my mindset as far as that. Like, I don't want him to change, because I hate when people do that and then they change completely. That's not what got you this far, but kind of like adjust and, rethink. And the thing about it is he's super careful. There was one live where he was taking a shower. Obviously he had shorts on, but even him washing himself, he was like in a corner, like he's very aware. So that's why I feel like I don't think it was intentional or anything malicious, but he just has to be a little more cognizant of that.
Yeah, because he's young. He's 23.
Yeah.
I just looked him
He's
up.
super young. Yeah, 23.
Yeah.
You're still
23.
you're a
Yeah,
kid.
still old enough
You're
to.
still a kid.
He's still a kid, but not really. Still old
And I
enough
feel
to
like
know
for
a
him
little
it's
bit
worse
better.
because can you imagine being 23 with the amount of money and freedom
Yeah,
he has?
because like
you know what I mean?
To be honest, like I don't know. I've not been a fan. Wasn't really a big fan of him ever since I seen that Kamala thing when he was throwing a fucking temper tantrum. Talk about I don't do politics. I was like,
but what? Okay, I get that.
like,
I understand that, but I feel like I don't know. I think it depends. It's just like YouTube, right? There's some YouTubers that people fuck with, and it's like, yeah, I really rock with them. I can't get into it. Kai, I'm not gonna hold you. That's not somebody I'm watching every day.
Oh yeah, no, I couldn't.
Like I have to watch him in doses.
Kids love
I do
him.
like. I forget the guy's name. When he did Batman and Robin, he had the guy from Be More on there. I do appreciate him.
When
I feel like
when he was doing his Batman stream,
he's a calmer energy.
Because all he does is play video games.
A lot of
Isn't he
that's
just
how
he's
Kai started out.
streaming on Twitch, right? He's just playing video games. Because that's what he was doing with the Batman thing. He was playing all the Batman games for as long, I don't know how long, many hours, but it was just nonstop.
That's the other thing. He's known for like his long periods of time. That
he don't be sleeping.
No.
Didn't he do like a 30-day stream, like 30 days continuously? That's insane.
Yeah,
he'd be committed.
It seemed like, to me, it sounded like Nike was waiting on a reason to get rid of him.
Right.
Yeah, probably.
Sound like he had him on a short leash, because I've never seen Nike cut anyone that quickly. Normally most athletes,
it was a quick turnover.
Most athletes do something crazy. You get the opportunity to apologize. You can never forget. The time when Tiger Woods. I mean, Nike has stuck by.
Yeah, but you're comparing like infidelities and assaults to like him with an underage kid.
No, this is fair. This is fair. But most time,
I could see like how, especially with today's climate, like that being like, we don't want to even be associated with that. Get out of here. So like, I don't think it was him being on short leash. I just think it was like he's the biggest thing we did. He did something that got a lot of people upset about a very sensitive topic. So now we don't even want to deal with that. Plus, they're Nike.
No. I mean, so I get it. I'm very curious as to. I know Nike has been trying to branch out into sponsoring other people besides athletes, but I just
somebody in Nike must have not really liked that and said something for it to be that quick.
I wonder if you should just stick to
the
athletes.
Here's my thing. I think, and I don't want to take money out of nobody's pocket, but I do feel like some of these brands need to make sense. Like the brand deals, I do think for somebody
Lotto
like,
got a Nike sneaker.
Yeah. Right. So it's like, I understand why athletes, I understand why athletes are, branded or accompanied with Nike. Just do it. They have leisure wear and things of that nature. I didn't understand. I didn't even know they had a partnership with Kai until this came to be.
I want like his stuff in the background.
Yeah,
like
I will say. I mean, look, the Nike, at least specifically the Jordan brand, right? There was at one point. It's clearly like a lifestyle shoe. It's not just a basketball shoe. So you do want people who are sporting it outside, off the court or whatnot. But it was at one point where that was just like a natural thing. Nike doesn't have the same sway as they used to in a lot of these areas.
And I feel like maybe that's probably the reason why they're reaching out to people like Lotto and Kai, because they're thinking, okay, their followers or the people that really rock with them are going to, you know what I mean? Because there are fans that are diehards that will, you know what I mean, mess with a company.
But there's a lot of us out here.
For the regular people, the casual wear, wearing sneakers with regular clothes. Like, don't only wear sneakers to work out. So,
there's so many other brands nowadays. Balenciaga is taking a lot of the luxury brands are starting to take a lot of space that Nike used to have. And,
but I think Nike will always be okay just because it's more reachable. You know what I mean? Balenciaga, I'm not spending $2,500
Yeah.
on a duct tape that says Balenciaga.
Yeah.
Yes, that's real.
Some of these shoes look crazy. I will
Yeah.
say that. Some of the shoes
You
look
know?
crazy, but these the kids
But
nowadays, I don't see as many Nikes on the younger
You know what?
generation.
That's true too. I feel
Yeah.
like they're now into designer
They
brands.
like Puma.
Yeah.
I see them like the Jello.
Damn.
If you think about it, Puma, Adidas,
Yeah.
New Balance, low key New
Balances.
Balance. You know, it's very
you're
interesting.
biased though, T. New Balance has always been popular.
I'm not.
Your
I'm not
area.
biased. DC is like a sneaker capital. Like
No,
the
but I'm
DMV.
saying it's always been popular though.
No,
but I would say New
you're
Balance
right,
did
but
a
the DMV
rebrand.
and the DMV niggas, Jordans, Phone Posit, like we wear all the shit.
No, I wasn't
so,
saying that, but y'all was hip to New Balances first. So like,
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
say like they're coming back. You always had them in your thing. I didn't see. I didn't see people wearing New Balances until I went to DC for the first time, and I was like, oh, people wear these out here.
I'll say this. I think that maybe to your point, Tyler, it could be time for Nike to do a rebrand. I mean, you have all these other companies and brands kind of like relaunching and thinking about, okay, what do we want? When Nike first started, it was very much so, aimed to athletes. But now, to Jalen's point, we're leading into where a lot of people are going to Nike for leisure wear. Maybe it's time for them to make that pivot, because I think that's what is hard for people to grasp, is like they're still connecting Nike to that athletic. You know what I mean? If
but
I'm an
I also,
athlete,
I'll
that's
tell you
where I'm
what,
going.
but I also
even
do
in-
think they have always been that way. Like I just don't. They're just now starting to reach out to people.
Even in the athletic, athletic arena,
because they've
especially
always
basketball,
people have always worn Nikes, like Cortezes and stuff like that.
True,
Air
especially
Forces.
basketball. Adidas is that daggone freaking taking over basketball shoes.
They are.
Daggone Anthony Edwards, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Dame Lillards. These
Puma
Jones
too.
is looking crazy. I think the only thing Nike really got right now is Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
that's a fly shoe. But all right, I'll say all that to
they
say.
got Jordan. Jason Tatum got Jordan. He don't got Nike.
My bad, you're right. But Jordan is Nike.
Yeah,
that's like the best thing.
It's like a branch off, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
Jordan's
like
basically
Nike.
his own thing by now.
Nike's his own thing, but it's still I mean, Jordan's his own thing, but it's still under the Nike
umbrella. No, I get what
umbrella. All that to say, Nike definitely
they
needs
don't got
work.
Kyrie, they got
I think
KD.
Nike needs work in finding talent that is going to that's not risque.
Yeah, they got exactly. They're trying to they want to get young new talent, and anything that's like one thing I feel like that was too far was like kids.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that
you know what? But I'll say this, and
even
then
if it was innocent or not,
I could say this, and then we can move on. The thing that I find interesting is I also feel like it could be and this is I'm not trying to call us old, but it could be our age. Because I do think the way we looked at things when we were in kids in middle school, high school is different from the way we're looking at things now. Anytime that you're trying to sell a product, you want to sell it to the kids that are in middle school, high school. You want to sell it to the young kids because they're the ones that's going to really spend the money. I feel like adults now we're at this age where it's like, all right, how much is this shoe? You know what I mean? Like we're questioning the price and things of that. But younger kids, they don't care. They want it. Like you said, I think one of y'all mentioned kids these days now are very into brands, right? The kids don't care that, a sneaker from Balenciaga costs, $2,000. They want it. And that's all they see. And you have to think in that mindset, it's very much so I need to have the latest thing. And so if I have Cenat, rocking this particular shoe or this particular brand, that makes me enticed to want to, purchase from that.
Yeah.
So I do think our age kind of, your mindset is different.
I mean, it makes sense why they had them, but it also makes sense why they dropped them.
No, that's
yeah.
No clearance.